So first of all, good morning to you all. Students, yesterday the last topic which I explained in the class, that was the census. Yes or no? Yes. So once again, little bit revision should be there. After that, we will continue with our new topic. Few are there who are like busy in other tasks. So I hope no one will do that thing. Nissan, son of Rajpal. But any other kind of activities and all, it will not expected in the class. So better that sit properly and focus over here. Today, on the board only, I will explain you the things. A little bit more you will understood. Look at here. Yesterday, the last topic which I explained in the class, that was census. And if anyone will ask you what is census, so you can say, ma'am, census means the calculation of total population in the country. And in that, like we can say about our religion, about our gender, about our caste, about our literacy, all that thing government knew over there. And when census is happening in the country every after 10 years. Every after 10 years. So I hope up to here things are clear to you all. After that, I told you yesterday that according to the census of 1961 and 2011, we see that there is the great difference between the literacy rate of boys and girls in our country. And the reason behind that, because in many of the places in our country, people are not sending their kids, people are not sending especially their girls to school after 5th or 8th standard. Or in a very recent year only, they drop out them from the school. One of the table is giving in your book. You can see that table. One by one, we will see that table on the board also. So up to here, things are clear, boys. Hurry up, show me your thumbs up. Who have book? They can open their book, page number 62. And here it is giving annual dropout rate. Annual dropout rate. And which year it is giving over here? Here it is giving of 2014 and 15. 2014 and 15. So students, if you will see this table, so you will come to know this table is giving according to the class wise. According to the class wise and category wise. Like generally how many boys or girls are drop out from the school? Acha, tell me my voice is clear to you all? My voice is clear? Okay. Then Satyendra Gujjar, maybe you having voice like network issues and all. Check your network. The boys, we will see first of all the first group. Primary classes, which is there, we can include from class 1st to 5th. Which class group we are including over here? Class 1st to 5th. In that, boys are there, girls are there, and total is there. That is only giving in your book. Just check out. And whatever datas are there in the datas we have in this table, that is the percentage. Okay. So here it is giving ki from 1st to 5th standard, all over the boys and girls who are drop out from the school, the percentage of the boys, it is 4.36. 4.36. And the girls, it is 3.88. And the percentage total, if we will take out the average, that will be 4.13. Yes or no? Yes. And here only, dropout means they leave the school, they left the school, they are not continue with their studies. Okay. Except that this is the data of the general category. This is the data of all total we can say. But there only, if you will see data of SC, scheduled caste. Scheduled caste, you will find boys who left the school in the class of 1st to 5th, that is 4.71. Girls, it is 4.20. And total it is 4.46. And there only, if you will see scheduled tribes, here it is 7.02, 6.84, and last it is 6.93. So just see all these data of class 1st to 5th. In 1st to 5th data, when you will see boys of, like we can say boys of a scheduled caste, that is more than the girls. Means in this age, boys are left their school more in the number. And there only in ST also you can see boys number is more over there than the girls. But as the classes will grow, we will see the data will change. Beta, my voice is clear also and loud also, because we also having that on that class in the mobile. If you are facing the problem, then maybe you have the network issue, check that things. So I hope first one table is clear to you all. Yes, boys. First one table is clear. Now we will see second one table. Second one which is there from class 6 to 8. In class 6 to 8, if you will see upper primary, in that all total who are left in their school or who left their school, boys it is 3.49, girls it is 4.60, and all total it is 4.03. This is of general or all total category. But there, as you will see, ST scheduled caste. Wait, bache. Who are waiting in lobby? As you will go in scheduled caste, the ratio of boys is 5.00%, girls 6.03%, total it is 5.51. And scheduled tribes it is 8.48 boys and 8.71 girls, and all total 8.59. Now in this you have to see this one between one figure. Scheduled caste girls ratio is more. Scheduled tribes girls ratio is more. Matlab in the class 6 to 8, girls left the school more in number than the boys. And why they left the school, that I will tell you later. Except that in the same manner, last one you will see, that is of class 10 to 12. That you can make them. Last one it is giving in your book. If you have book, you can check over there. Last one I am not writing on the board. In that general it is 17.21 boys, 16.88 girls, and total it is 17.06. 9, 10, sorry. Okay. After that scheduled caste 19.64, boys 19.05 girls, and total it is 19.36, and scheduled tribes 24.94 it is boys, 24.40 girls, and total it is 24.68. Now can anyone will tell me ki why in all the groups number of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes only more are there who left the school every year? Why every year people or the students from scheduled caste and scheduled tribes only left the school more in number? Or except that here we can include Muslim families also who are left leaving the school every year from there. They are poor? Acha, very good. First one we can say because they not have good school. Because they not have good school nearby. Okay. Second one, if school is there, then they not have good good teachers who can teach their children on the regular basis. Okay. Now, if you will say, ma'am, if they not have good teachers, they not have good schools, so why not they are sending their students or sending their children to far away? Because they not have the transport facilities, and sometimes because they not have the, like we can say, expenses, they not have the money that they can expense on their children. And many of the time when they have all the things, then also they are not sending their children to school, or they drop out their children in the early age, because many of the time their children have to face discrimination in the society. What their children have to face? Discrimination. Discrimination in the society. As like Om Prakash Valmiki. How many of you know about Om Prakash Valmiki, boys? If you want to write in rough notebook, you can write, otherwise it's okay. Om Prakash Valmiki, you all know now? When he was there in 4th standard, that time his headmaster make him sweep the ground. And why so? Why he do so? Because he felt he was the, like we can say, person, he was the student who belonged from so-called lower caste. So to do the work of studies and all, that is not his work. What is his work? His work is there to just doing the cleaning and all. And not only that day, even today also in our country, many of the places are there where these people are facing the discrimination. And because of that also, many of the time, their families not send them to school, or whether if they are sending them, so then also in a very small age they drop out them from the school. Okay, so I hope students this one topic is clear to you all. Yes or no? Okay, chaliye, now we will go to last topic. Last topic is there, women's movement. And except that upper side, if you will see, there one slogan is writing over there, one campaigning which was launched in our country in year 2014. And the campaigning was Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Matlab, that time what happening, many of the time, earlier time like ki, girl childs are killed by in their small age only, and many of the time they were got married in the small ages. So because of that, these things were started over there. Subham, which topic you want to tell me again? Yes, Subham. Which topic I have to explain again? Tell me first. Om Prakash Valmiki. Om Prakash Valmiki was the Dalit writer who write his autobiography. Name of the autobiography is Jutan, and in that he explained when he was there in 4th standard, headmaster of the school make him sweep the ground. While other students are doing their studies and all, he was sweeping the ground. Why so? Because his headmaster know that he belongs from a low caste, and their thinking was there कि low caste people or low caste student, they don't need any studies and all, so let them sweep the ground. One of you asking कि ma'am, what do you mean by upper primary? Classes from 6 to 8, that is the part of upper primary. Okay boys, now we will come to our last topic of the chapter, that is women's movement. The last topic of the chapter, that is women's movement. Can anyone will tell me what do you mean by movement? Like we can say, when in our country, meaning of discrimination. Discrimination means doing the differences between. Matlab suppose you are there in the class, anyone like suppose giving chocolate, I am giving chocolate to all the kids. That time I give chocolate to all the kids, but I not given the chocolate to 2 students only. Why? Because maybe they belong from any low caste, or maybe they are poor and all. So that time it is known as discrimination. Matlab, when people are not getting the same opportunity in the society which others are getting, In that manner, they are facing the discrimination. Okay, beta? So, movement means we can say when all of the people, they come together, they raise their voice for something in the society. Okay? So, students, here we can say कि many of the safes are there, like we can say legal reform or violence or health. Earlier what happened when women not have the knowledge, when women were not going to school and all, till that time they not have any kind of knowledge about their rights. Okay, like suppose you are now in 7th standard, you don't know much about your rights and all, but as you will do more studies, as you will go in senior classes and all, and you come to know about your rights, so what you will do? You will raise your voice now, Arey, this is my right, why you are not giving my right to me, yes or no? So in that manner what happened? Earlier in our country, women when they were not educated, they don't know about the things. But as slowly their education was spread over there, women were also getting the education in any type, any conditions and all. So that time what happened, when they getting the education, they come to know about the things, what kind of differences are happening with them in the society. Beta wait for a minute. Thank you. And every day is present. So now what happened, boys? Here we will see when women come to know about the education, they start taking the education and all, that time their mind will develop. And as their mind develop, they come to know about that many of the discrimination is happening with them. Many of the places are there where they are not treated equally as like the men are treated in the society. Many of the time their family only not treating them well. And at that time we can say violence was happening with them. Violence, like we can say maybe any kind of physical abuse and all, beating, etc. Many of the time what happened? Discriminations are happening with them and all. So because of that, now women decided we have to spread the awareness in the society. We have to fight for the discrimination in the society. Okay. So what happened? They decided that we have to fight for ourselves. We have to spread awareness in the society. We have to seek justice from that. We have to seek justice from other people who are still today doing the discrimination with us. And for doing that all things, now a glimpse of struggle was started. A period of struggle was started. A sight of struggle was started over there. Now we will see in what manner the women were doing the struggle. First of all, the way by which they were doing the struggle, that is campaigning. The first of the way by which they were doing the struggle, that was campaigning. Now you will say, ma'am, what is campaigning? Please tell us. Campaigning means when many of the women, they come together and just like rallies and all they take out in the society. Okay, that manner they were doing. And why they are doing all that things? They were doing all that things to get the justice in the society, to get the equality in the society. Earlier, you know what happening in the society? In our society earlier, like we can say many of the women, they were beaten by their families, like especially by husband and all. Their in-laws were teasing them. They were torturing her and all. Why so? To get the more dowry. Dowry means we can say dahej. Okay, dahej you all know, you all are going in marriages and all. But that time so your focus is there in eating and dancing only. Hai na? But except the eating and dancing also, many of the works are happening over there. As you can see, whenever any girl is getting married, when she come in her in-laws house, she brought a lots of gifts. So we are the feeling that gifts are there which give to her by her parents as the like symbol of love. But many of the time it is not happening. Many of the time that in-laws are demanding for that. Ki we want Maruti, we want that much cash, we want fridge, refrigerator, etc., etc., etc. And once when the family is giving that thing, after that they want more and more they want it. And when the family is not able to fulfill their demands and all, that time they start torturing the girl. And sometimes so like in their torture become that much of high level, even the girl was murdered by their in-laws. Means their in-laws killed that girl. Understood the thing? So because of that only, our women, they do campaigning and all, they do so much struggle. And finally in year 2006, in our country one act was passed, act for the against of domestic violence, against of domestic violence. Okay, now you will see, now you will ask him, ma'am, what do you mean by domestic violence? Especially domestic violence, we can say when physically abusing of man to to his wife. Maybe physically he is beating his wife, or maybe any abusing words he is saying, or mentally he is torturing, any kind of wrong thing when it is happening with wife by her husband or in-laws, that all is coming in the category of domestic violence. Okay, and earlier in our country no laws were there, but finally in year 2006 the new law was made, the new act was passed against of domestic violence. Now if in any of the family this kind of things are happening, and the girl will file the FIR in the police station, definitely action will be there and they will get the punishment. Some of you are saying, ma'am, we have doubt, but you have to write your doubt in your rough notebook. As the class will over, I will explain you. Except that here it is giving in 1997, in our country one more act was passed, and that act was there against of sexual harassment. Sexual harassment. Now question will be there in your mind, ki ma'am, what is this sexual harassment? How many of you have this question in their mind? Yes, students? All of you. Okay, chaliye. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment means when something wrong is happening with women. Now you are in 7th standard, maybe some of you hearing the news and all, sometimes rape cases are coming in the country. Rape cases are coming in our society where any of the men or group of men, they are doing misbehave with the women. Yes or no? How many of you know about that? है ना? So that type of activity when it is happening with any of the girl or women, that is coming under the sexual harassment. मतलब physically abusing someone. That is the part of sexual harassment. And against of that also in our country act was passed in 1997. So in that manner in our country many of the act was passed, many of the like we can say new laws were made over there to protect the rights of women. Now you will say, ma'am, this much things are happening, women are doing this campaigning and all, they want the justice from the society, they want the justice from the law and all. So what men are doing in this time? So but in this time men are also there, many of the men are there of the society who are supporting these women, who are also raising their voice, who also come together for this campaigning and all again with the women, so they can fight for that justice. So women can get their rights, and whatever wrong things are happening with them, they can fight against of that. So I hope campaigning and all is clear to you all. Now second way is there, raising awareness. Raising awareness means we can say to spread awareness. Now in today's time if we will see what is the way to spread the awareness, you will tell me, ma'am, social media. Social media is the very like we can say nice way to spread the awareness in the society. Okay, but many years before, 10, 20 years before if we are talking here about, that time social media was not there. And that time like these women, they were like we can say making any kind of campaignings or any kind of like play they were doing. Like कहते हैं ना नाटक वगैरह करना, नुक्कड़ नाटक, that type of act they were doing to spread awareness among the people कि whatever wrong things are happening in the society with the women, we have to stop that things and we have to fight for the justice for the women. So in that manner they were spreading the awareness among the people. Second, next one is there protesting. Protesting, you can understood, raise your voice against of something. Whenever women feel कि something wrong is happening with them, so they will raise their voice, they will do campaigning, rallies, dharnas, etc. They will raise their voice, they will do protest of that things against of that. Okay. And last one topic is there, that is showing solidarity. Showing solidarity. Solidarity means unity. Solidarity means unity. So whenever any wrong thing is happening with anyone, so that time all of they will come together. They will show their unity. As you will see, whenever any rape cases are happening in the country, or whenever any like we can say wrong type murders are happening over there, unity means ekjutta, when we all will come together to raise our voice. Okay, many of the time in movies you see or maybe in news you see, many of the people they are doing the candle march. All of they took candle in their hands and they are walking from a particular place. Okay, wait, who are saying ki ma'am can I exit the class? Wait for 2 minutes. Let me finish the topic. So showing solidarity means when all the people will come together, they will become unite over there, they will show their unity and they will raise their voice against of the wrong thing, whatever it is happening in the society. So in this manner, students, we can say campaigning, showing up, spreading awareness, protesting, showing solidarities and all. These all are the way of movements which women do in the society. Even men also support them to get the justice for them. Okay. So in this chapter we see that at one time was there when women not have the right of studies and all, but there are also many of the women just like Rakshundri Devi, Pandita Ramabai, Rakhoya Sakhawat and all, who not only get educated themselves, even they do a lot for the society. And when society like women start learning and all, they start fighting for their justice, they start fighting for their rights. But still today in the country, many of the areas are there where many of the girls, they are not going to school because of some of the reasons कि their family are feeling कि maybe today also our girls have to face the discriminations and all. So I hope chapter is clear to you all. If you have any doubt that you can ask to me.